Alright. Salut, c'est Len, de retour avec un peu d'histoire dans Final Fantasy XIV. Cette fois-ci, je ne ferai pas des donjons avec les boys. Je vais à la place faire la quête de la Relic Weapon, la patch 6.4. Dans Endwalker, ils ont combiné les reliques avec Hildibrand, qui personnellement est une série parmi mes séries de quêtes préférées, ou si c'est pas ma préférée, parce qu'ils utilisent un style d'humour qui est pas pour tout le monde, pour de vrai, parce que c'est vraiment ridicule. Mais personnellement, j'adore ces quêtes. J'avais vraiment hâte de faire cela, puis je suis triste de ne pas avoir streamé les autres Hildibrand, parce qu'honnêtement, je l'adore. Donc, on se lance. Delion is trembling with barely contained enthusiasm. Grosso modo, jusqu'à date, Hildibrand a été enlevé par un extraterrestre. On l'a retrouvé. L'extraterrestre l'a cloné. Et on a un journaliste ici qui fait des théories du complot qui est... en fait, sont semi-prouvées dans le cas actuel, étant donné que il y a réellement des extraterrestres. Puis je vais le faire avec la classe Warrior, vu que c'est mon premier amour dans FF14, c'est ma classe par défaut. Je vais y aller avec celle-là, parce qu'à la fin de cette série de quêtes-là, on obtient des armes reliques. Then, eager to resume our investigations, I know I am. Do you recall that scrap of alien starship we recovered? Well, Inspector Brandy Hild has employed his unsettling calculative capacity to extrapolate the damage to the greater whole, and he has concluded that the vessel would be incapable of flight without extensive repair. Donc le personnage principal qui nous aide, c'est Hildibrand, son clone s'appelle Brandy Hild. Hildibrand est complètement incompétent, mais super chanceux, et son clone est très compétent. Our most likely scenario, then, is that some unknown agent made off with the starship wreckage along with Pupu's acquaintance. Pupu étant l'extraterrestre. Fun fact, c'est aussi le surnom de mon grand-père. Fortunately, I have a fair idea who that unknown agent might be. After all, there is a singular shadowy cabal with a history of concealing extraterrestrial activity. Actually, let's head over to Kama first. The inspector and the others are staying in a dwelling there, and I'd rather not explain myself twice. Dun, 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 dun. Ouais, ici, il faut un petit détour par un pont, donc on va se téléporter. Hop là, par là. Ouais. Oh, by the way, la hache que j'ai en passant, c'est la hache Manderville. C'est Hildibrand Manderville, son nom, level 2. Donc là, dans cette patch-là, on fait les quêtes pour débloquer la level 3. Donc, Hildy, la bras droit de Hildy, qui est aussi compétent que lui, et le clone de Hildy, qui est... ouais, low-fi. "'Tis horrible misfortune, then, calamitous even. Poor Master Pupu has fallen gravely ill." Gasp. "He's so bluish green, more so, I mean. Could he have caught a cold? I suppose it was quite chilly up there in Godamald. Pupu is an alien. Who knows what extraterrestrial disease might be ravaging his body." "Nashu's delight are the best medicine for whatever ails you, as the inspector himself can attest." "Good God, Nashu! You'll blow our hostess' domicile to pieces. Put them away." If I may, when I was cloned from the Inspector, certain gaps in my knowledge were patched with supplementary data from the Starship Archive. This information includes an encyclopedic understanding of Master Pupu's physiology, which should be sufficient for me to diagnose his condition. A Xenoman hybrid mind. That explains the impossible calculation. have it. Master Pupu is afflicted by a terrible case of the common cold. Je l'avais dit qu'Hildibrand est chanceux. Gods grant me strength. A visitor to Aetheris, Master Pupu has no prior exposures to our malady. He is thus particularly susceptible to infection and more likely to experience severe symptoms. Aha! 'Tis just as I surmise. We must put aside the case until we have nursed our stricken companion back to health. But even if it is a common cold, isn't there a risk that our medicine do even more harm than good? They almost certainly would. Based on the result of my analysis, however, I believe I can synthesize an effective remedy. We need but gather the ingredients. The ingredients you shall have. So, what are we gathering exactly? Most of what we require can be drawn from Master Pupu's collected sample. Otherwise, there are only two which we lack. The first of these is the liver of a giant tortoise. A suitable organ can be extracted from one of the cachapa which wander salt winds welcome. Easy peasy. Ah, the slaughtering of a monstrous opponent. That sounds like a job for Den. Of course. The other material in question is a rare fungus known as Damshroom, which I am hoping can be found amongst the Great Works' extensive stock of alchemical reagent. Very well, Nashu, Delion, and I will scour the alchemist's shelves. Meanwhile, I would ask that you remain here and keep an eye on our ailing patient. Inspector Brandy Hill, you're such an expert on all things Tavnair. Oh, I wouldn't say expert. Simple conclusion from simple observation, nothing more. J'aime les pauses qu'il fait. As I said, I am hoping the alchemist has the damn shroom we need, but it really is quite rare. Once you have the tortoise liver, would you be so kind as to assist the others in procuring the fungus? Yep, no worries. C'est sûr et certain que si on laisse Hildy le faire par lui-même, ça va mess up d'une façon ou d'une autre. Then let us not prolong Master Pupu's suffering a moment longer. It seems we have a job to do. Further discussion of the abduction will have to wait. Fait que pour crafter l'arme légendaire actuelle, il faut sauver un extraterrestre qui a pogné le rhume. Bon, alors captcha. Ça devrait pas être trop compliqué. Hello, sorry, faut que je te bute. That was easy. Ils sont là-bas. Je me demande à quel genre de niaiserie qu'on va avoir droit cette fois-ci. Je me demande aussi que ça va être quoi la conclusion. Je sais pas si c'est la dernière quête d'Hildy ou s'il va en avoir un autre dans 6.5. Où est-ce qu'ils sont là-bas? Ils devraient pas être à gauche normalement, ça là? Ils sont là les alchimistes? Ah oui, si vous regardez comme il faut, Nashu a un stalker. La petite patate qui est là. Il est presque tout le temps là quand Nashu est là. Who knew a lamp shroom would be so difficult to find? Oui, un lamp shroom. Your mission was successful, I assume. Ours is ongoing. Ah, then, I had every confidence you would bring us a suitable liver. Alas, the dank shroom yet eludes us. The alchemist said the fungus has few applications, so they don't bother to stock it most of the time. Then I must put my keen inspector sense to work, stand back whilst I attune myself with the essence of the dank. Oh, il va essayer d'imiter l'autre. Damp. The word is damp shroom, and you'll forgive me if I have no faith in your abilities. 'Tis close, my friends, and getting closer and closer even as we speak. I hear you folk are in the market for damp shrooms. I might have some to sell if you're interested. Oh, attends, son nom c'est Trustworthy Trader? Pas l'air tant trustworthy que ça. But how? We certainly are, my fine fellow. Right then, if you'll give me a moment to retrieve the goods, we can finalize our transaction up on the perfumed rise. Pourquoi là-bas? Was it genuine clairvoyance or sheer coincidence? I'm not sure anymore. L'option 2. On appelle ça une plot armor. Though in all fairness, when it comes to Inspector Hildibrand, preternatural perception is one of his least baffling talents. In any case, we should hurry and rise and take this man up on his timely offer. Avec la face qu'il y a, ça risque d'être un braquage plus que d'autres choses. On est juste un Godslayer. Quoi que notre personnage incotine a vraiment tendance à regarder les choses se produire sans intervenir. Chocobo! I wonder, does it not strike you as a touch convenient if not contrived? The inspector saved the day again. Of course. Hildibrand. Our quest for medicinal component nears its end. Stay young, Master Pupu. Moi, j'ai un feeling qu'il va se passer quelque chose. C'est ça qu'on revoit Godbert aussi. Le papa d'Hildy, qui est encore... Non, le père d'Hildy est très compétent, mais il est encore plus excentrique qu'Hildy. Ah, you're here. Good, good. As here is the damp shroom, as I promised. Oh ho! Glad we are of your assistance. Not so fast, there's still the matter of payment. Of course, and how much do we owe you, my good man? Considering the extreme rarity of the fungus in question, I couldn't let it go for less than 1 million gil. En fait, moi je pense que c'est gil, mais gil. 1 million gil for the measly mushroom, that's outright robbery. Sauf qu'il dit est riche. A bargain, I counter. You would pay tenfold my price in the market. I thought to do you a kindness in light of our... Voyons, mon cerveau. In light of your urgent need, but I am more than willing to find another buyer if you wish to spit upon my generosity. Nashu, how fare we for coin? We're plumbed out, Inspector. Oh, fait longtemps que pas aller voir papa. And then this is a prickly pickle. Where are we to obtain sufficient funds at such a short notice? No. No. A million gil, was it? Option 2. I have an orchestrion roll collection problem. Gotta buy them all. Spend the last of my saving on Return to Oblivion. C'est une super bonne tune! Ronfu. Pour de vrai, le deuxième, il est troll parce que les boss peuvent dropper des musiques. Puis quand les musiques sont récentes, elles sont chères. Alias des millions de gil. Mais Return to Oblivion, c'est la tune du retour de Shiva. C'est une excellente tune, je l'ai sur mon iPod, fait que je vais prendre ça juste pour ça. If that's the way of it, then I shall beg father for the necessary amount. Saving Master Puppy's life is worth every gil. Give that man nothing! Who you? What? Oh, c'est un gars de la police. We have you now, deceitful scum. Your swindling days are over. The radiant host. Les soldats de Vritra. Ratsatan City Guard at your service. We'd received report of this man's questionable activity and have been keeping a close eye on him ever since. Damn shroom is a rare find in the bazaar, to be sure, but only because there's no real demand for it. The price this charlatan quoted you was, quite frankly, ludicrous. But thanks to your ignorance and poor judgment of character, we were able to catch him in the act. As a token of our gratitude, you are welcome to keep the fungus, assuming you still want it. Yes, very much so. That is very magnanimous of you. J'imagine que vous dire generous. Bah, you think I enjoy tricking fools out of their coin? If that bastard hadn't declared my job redundant, I wouldn't have needed to stoop so low. He blames a rising star among the merchant princes for his woes. Van Hoody, I believe his name was, purchased the trading consortium where the man was working, which led to a restructuring in their hierarchy. Put a lot of people out of work. Van Hoody, I know that name. Something about this acquisition deal gone sour? Father was willing to sell him a slice of his Hanish enterprise, I think, but balked when the man offered to buy our family business in its entirety. Mon Dieu, le père d'Hildibrand, c'est le propriétaire du Gold Saucer, le plus gros casino qui existe. Truly, there's no telling how deep the coffers of this Vahudi are, nor do any know the secret of how he amassed such kingly wealth so damnably fast. Ah mon Dieu, ça va être Vritra depuis qu'on a sorti depuis qu'on a découvert le trésor en dessous de l'océan. There are whispers, though, that he solved alchemy's oldest and most legendary problem, the transformation of base metal into gold. Unlikely to say the least, but whatever the source of Van Hoody or Vanoody's? Of Vanoody's riches, he shows no reluctance in spending them. He bought a historic temple to serve as his home, and commissioned a private airship, among other extravagant expenditure. Nice for some, hey? Core, that swindling case had barely started before you solved it, Inspector. Ha 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 ha. All in a day's work, my dear Neshu. I believe our business upon this scented hill is concluded. Let us hurry the ingredient back to Inspector Brandy Hill, shall we? Oh. Encore lui. On lui a pété la gueule dans la quête précédente. I may have mollified his lordship with the secret of divine manifestation, but the stench of failure yet clings to me. I must redeem myself in his eye by crushing my most hated foe. Wee-hee-hee-hee. The stalker. Encore parti du mauvais côté. Really? No. After all that, we paid not a single gale for the damn shroom. The manifestation of such windfall must be another facet of the Inspector uncanny good fortune. Your suffering nears its end, Master Pipu. If Inspector Brandy Hill's remedy fail, we can always try my explosive cure-all. No, we can't. Hello? Inspector Hildibrand tells me you have the liver to go along with his damn shroom. Yep. The glistering liver of a Salwyn welcome Cachapa. A fine specimen, thank you. I will be mixing the ingredient in the starship, so let us convey Master Pipu outside, that we may administer his medicine as soon as it is ready. Il doit pas être très loin anyway. Yeah. Pauvre Pipu. This should be sufficiently remote. I'll have the craft come to us and we can commence the treatment. Ça sort de où ta coupe de thé? Please, a stalker. Oh, I feel so much better. I cannot thank you all enough. Dum, 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 dum. Doom, doom, doom. Maudit stalker. Master Pipu recovered his strength in a mere moment. It would seem his power of recuperation are just as advanced as his technology. I came here from another world, a stranger you've no cause to trust, and yet you've treated me so kindly. The people of this star are so very welcoming. Ha, you are our dear friend now, Master Pipu. It is our pleasure to help. Doom, 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 doom. Oh. Encore toi. And it will be my pleasure to harm. T'avoir décapité était pas suffisant, dude. Oh snap! Ça a l'air d'un netesite. I'll not fall for the same trick twice. Oh non, pas le clone! No! Oh boy. Il va juste le tanker avec sa face. Oh non, il y a un kobold à côté de lui. Un goblin, un whatever. Et pourquoi moi je fais rien, genre? Des années d'abus par son père l'ont rendu indestructible. Imputed worms, taste my full power! Elle va le dunker dedans. Oh. Oh non! Même le stalker. Of course que c'est nous qui va le faire. Of course. Ça va être la première fois que je vois notre personnage réagir dans une cutscene. Cool guys, don't look at explosion, not again! You took the full force of that destructive being, yet there you stand, somewhat singed out but apparently unarmed. I've pondered and puzzled over this inexplicable fortitude of yours, and I feel compelled to ask. Are you an alien? Ha ha ha, fine jest, but I assure you, I am without a doubt an Uldan-born Manderville of terrestrial Uran stock. Son père, il donne beaucoup de tough love. Alias, il maltraite sans bon sens. Il est juste rendu très solide. Puis Nashu, peu importe ce qu'il fait, Nashu, il garnote des bombes dans la gueule à tour de bras, donc... He's Hildibrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. What more do you need to know? Where to even begin, but never mind. We have more pressing matters. Such a locating master Pupu missing comrade. 'Tis the time we reopen the case of the silent correspondent. Yes, exactly. And I have a firm theory as who it was that took the wreckage and its erstwhile pilot. The Charlayans. Ils sont gentils, les Charlayans. Monsieur Théorie du complot. I'm all but certain they've allied with insidious extraterrestrial, which means they'll be under orders to remove any evidence of alien activity. I wager we'll find what we're looking for in Old Shalayan. We only need to infiltrate the operation and expose this nefarious conspiracy. Ils nous ont aidés à sauver le monde. Ils sont pas méchants. The Shalayans can be bothers to formally ally with foreign nation, much less alien, and the Leperites don't count. Trust me, they'd sooner flee the star than attempt to subjugate it. Ok, ça c'est bon. Ça a tout pris pour qu'ils nous aident parce qu'ils préféraient regarder le monde être détruit que de se lever de leur derrière. Puis, il y a des aliens, c'est des Leperites, c'est des lapins qui habitent sur la Lune. Puis sinon, trust me, they'd sooner flee the star than attempt to subjugate it. C'est parce que devant la fin du monde, à la dernière minute, ils ont juste fait 11 pouces! While Master Delian theory does lack supporting fact, we have no other promising leads to pursue at present. Moreover, I understand the Sharlayan sets the standard for monitoring astronomical and astrological phenomena. Mayhap their expert have been tracking extraterrestrial movements. Hey, mon anglais est rouillé. I've spoken out of turn. Please forgive my presumptuousness. Nay, my friend, I too sense our path points to the Isle of Archons. Pack your bags, everyone. We leave for Sharlayan immediately. Hey, ça doit être un trip d'au moins 1 mois et demi pour eux. Vivement que nous, on peut se téléporter. En théorie, tout le monde peut se téléporter dans ce monde-là, mais il faut déjà avoir visité la place une fois. Parce qu'il y a comme... les cristaux, c'est comme des espèces de nexus magiques auxquels on peut juste faire « Ah, je veux aller là ». Puis... Crémisalbard, ben... C'est donc ben drôle, ils nous mettent ici, mais l'île est là. En réalité, on est là, là. Ça, c'est Ratsatan. Mais la map a dit qu'on est là. Parce que lui, il veut se rendre ici, là. Faut qu'il fasse tout le tour, là. Puis partir de là à là, c'est 3 mois. Fait que j'assume que ça, c'est genre 1 mois et demi. Peut-être 2. Brandy Hill, tu penses quoi? My calculation may have failed me, but my companions did not. 'Twas your quick thinking that saw the villain laid low. With a tremendous flourish, no less. The time has come, then. Sharlayan is the beating heart of this conspiracy, and I won't let them hide their machination any longer. Brandy Hill told me you all went in search of ingredients for my medicine. I am so very grateful. Nice teamwork, then. Not from around here. Hildibrand is keen to embark on the next leg of your investigation. Ooh. Sharlayan awaits. We only need charter a suitable sea vessel. Of course, but does not the city lie many days sail to the north? Is there no swifter mean of reaching our destination en vaisseau spatial? Oh, l'expérimental Etheret. C'est vrai! So the experimental Etheret will allow us to teleport thither even absent attunement. Splendid! Then we shall avail ourselves to the technological marvel forthwith. Est-ce que notre gars leur a dit que quand on l'a testé la première fois, on a été malade comme des chiens non-stop? Alors que non. On se voit là-bas! Moi j'ai déjà le TP. Bye! Pam pam pam. Une de mes villes préférées! C'est surtout juste parce que c'est une ambiance boréale. Pourquoi ils ont tout l'air correct? Sauf lui, évidemment. Nashi, il est où ton stalker? Eh ben, je vois pas son stalker. Moins qu'il soit là-bas. Ah ouais, c'est pas tant grave. Oh gods, save me. I hope Delian wasn't too attached to his breakfast. How severe is your ether sickness, Master Pupu? Oh, when you've traveled the cosmos as much as I have, teleportation is not the least bit disconcerting. So this is the city of learning. A sophisticated gentleman should feel right at home here. Are you all not sick to your stomach? Experimental etherites make travel exponentially more fun. Sometimes I feel as though I am the only normal person in this group of eccentric. But this is not the time to succumb to nausea. Not here, in the belly of the beast. Rumor has it the Sharlayan secret agent traveled the star in search of specimens, les gleaners, which they collect and bring home in service to a confidential research project. Said project is conducted in a huge underground military facility, Labyrinthos, and if we're to find answers, then that's where we need to look. Secret agent, you mean gleaner, Labyrinthos, not a military facility. These gleaner chaps sound like they might know a thing or two. I say we pay them a visit in the little underground base. We simply take a lift from the Hall of Artifice, yes. Then let us be on our way. Ah, faut vraiment aller là-bas? Mais qu'est-ce que tu aimes tant de cette ville? Les conifères. J'aime juste les sapins. En même temps, il faut admettre que c'est une belle ville portuaire. Vraiment très fraîche pète, mais sinon... Ah, t'es bien de pouvoir y aller en chocobo? De Rostra. Je la croise partout. But beautiful architecture. Shalayan is clearly one of your more advanced civilizations. The city's archive are said to be bursting with knowledge of countless people accumulated over the centuries. I should very much like to peruse the shelves once we have attended to our main mission. Tu vas-tu rester, Brandyhild? T'es-tu vraiment un nouveau personnage qu'on va garder longtemps ou tu vas disparaître pour une raison X ou Y? If you're still feeling poorly, my all-purpose cure can perk you right up. Oh, no, thanks you. I'm much recovered. Ah, these must be the lift in question. Do you wish to descend into Labyrinthos, sir? On a un Charlayan avec une arme sur lui? How? My apologies, but each of your companions must also secure the proper permission before we can allow them entrance. If it is assurance you need, then surely a single glance is all you require to judge us trustworthy. On va-tu avoir cette émote-là? C'est très cool. I could certainly make some judgments, but that is neither here nor there. Admission to Labyrinthos is subject to forum policy. You're the ones who should be judged. I know you're hiding aliens and xenotechnology in that underground base of yours. Admit it. Xenotechnology, I sincerely have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, yet again do our path cross in the most serendipitous fashion. Godbert? Godbert! Woo! Le papa d'Hildy. Meilleur perso du jeu. Après Hildy. Father? What business brings you to Charlayan? I am in search of a certain object, one crucial to be continued to the continued refinement of the Manderville weaponry. My investigations lead me to believe it is to be found here in Labyrinthos. And as you also seem to have business down below. This is my son and his bosom companion. If I vouch for their character, will you kindly allow them down the lift? Oh, Master Godbert Manderville, the forum sent word of your impending arrival. As a member of the Syndicate, your ambassadorial status affords you an entourage of up to 5 members. Pray consider their permissions arranged. J'ai fucking sauvé le monde! Moi, j'ai pas le droit à mon entourage? Vous seriez tous morts sans moi. I know not your current mission, but for the time being, I suggest you accompany me to the Archeon. Wow, il dit, t'as été marre 2 à 9 pour passer. Lui, il réussira pas à passer, le Stalker. Une Charlayan avec un arme. Wow. On a pas mal juste à se TP en fait. Wouh, c'est l'air artificiel, on est en dessous de la terre. A-t-il réussi à passer? Je vois pas nulle part. Probablement pas. Le robot qu'on a vu qui était juste une tête, c'est Godbert en fait qui l'a pété, puis on l'a joué pendant cette scène-là. Et c'était hilarant. Charlie and Structure truly are a work of art. Simply inspiring. Ah, they have transformed this subterranean environment into one of more suited to surface being. I am reminded of the orbital station built by my own home star. What an incredible vault of accumulated curiosities. I should very much like to return here once our mission is complete. C'est deux affaires différentes que tu dis ça. J'ai comme un feeling que tu returneras pas, c'est triste. We're underground but above ground at the same time. An underground archive with such an extravagant recreation of an outdoor habitat. What innocent purpose could this possibly serve? Oh, but of course, they're performing simulation to hone their strategy for aiding the aliens in their invasion of the world above. Sure. From what Father tells me, the storage facility is replete with samples and specimens collected from every land on Aetheris. If anyone has information concerning visiting alien and crashed starship, it will be these studious folk. Pum 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 pum. A shiny silver saucer. I'm sorry, but we have no record of any such object in our archive, either whole or in part. Or so you would have us believe, but the purpose of this complex, this military fortress, is plain. You cannot deny that you're conducting secret research on alien starships. We are not conducting secret research on alien starships. Yes, we did build a starfaring vessel in Thomazine, but it was neither for military purpose nor of extraterrestrial origin. Disguising your fall lies with a sprinkling of the truth, are we? Fine, I'll dig up the facts myself, and then everyone will hear what you're really up to. While I cannot assist you with your missing craft, I do recall seeing an individual like appearance of your companion here. Oh, you do? And where was this, pray tell? At Myrial Agronomics in the medial circuit. The lift at the back of the building will take you down there. Many thanks, my good man. Well, well, it seems you found yourself a solid lead. I have my own search to attend to, so I shall bid you good hunting and a good day. Salut, Godbert! Je sais pas si on va avoir l'occasion de le jouer à nouveau. Another round of in-depth inquiries by the agent of inquiry and friends is in order. To Myrial Agronomics we go. Bum 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 bum. Pam, 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 pam. Oh, je me fais parler dans la guilde. Oh. Il faut les interroger. Ils ont eu la gentillesse de nous dropper en bas. Dumps, dumps, Your description would lead me to believe you're looking for one of the mandragoras hereabout. But if, as you say, it's something else you're after, then I'm not sure I can be of much help. I've only just started working here, so you may have more luck with asking the older ends. Ah, you must be talking about one of those new Mandragora strains. We whipped up a batch of bright blue stray onions, but I'm afraid they started to rot almost immediately. Not the mandra, you say? Well, the only other bluish thing I can think of around here are the grapes. Look how luscious this crop turned out. By the way, quand le jeu est sorti, ces raisins-là sont tellement laid, low résolution que ils ont affiché partout sur Reddit pour les lire. Puis là, pour l'anniversaire de FF, c'est possible d'acheter des plushies de ces raisins-là, mais ils sont aussi dégueulasses que ça, genre. Hey, Delion. Mark my word, I'll find evidence I require. They can't hide all trace of their aliens. C'est vraiment le stalker a pas réussi à passer. Ah, Brandy Hill était là-bas, je l'ai manqué. Tant pis. Non, l'autre côté. Pupu, Nashu, une mandragora! How could anyone ever mistake me for a mandragora? We look nothing alike. Well, I can see. Tu l'as vu, toi? La Felin. Yes, the little blue man. Saw him with my own 2 eyes, I did, and it was no mandragora. A gleaner in the company of an outside visitor passed through a little while back. Nothing too unusual here, only this, friend you described was scuttling along with them. I know not what purpose brought them to the farm, but whatever it was, they didn't tarry here long. Good to know. Il y avait une échelle dans mon chemin. T'es vraiment la moustache, ma chère. J'aurais aimé ça que dans le temps, ils finissent par faire un voice-over pour les quêtes d'Hildibrand, mais je sais pas quelle voix ils donneraient à Hildibrand. Wonderful, that corroborates the information I but moments ago skillfully squirreled out of this farmer. She claims to be an acquaintance of the gleaner in question, in fact, and will bring him to talk to us shortly. Woohoo, thanks. Let's round up the others. We should all be present to hear what revelation this professional collector has to share. You're the folk asking about the little blue man, yes? Oh, and you've brought someone who's practically identical. You must be the same species, surely. My friend was really here then. They certainly were. If you've a moment or 3, I'll tell you the whole tale. To begin at the beginning, I was in Thavnir in procurement mission when I crossed paths with an apothecary and his unusual companion. As I mentioned, the companion was almost your twin in appearance, and the wagon en anglais? The wagon they rode up bore a damaged vessel like the which I'd never seen before. Could it be? As the collector by trail, I have a certain weakness for oddities. Thus, I did hail the apothecary to inquire about his company and his cargo. The man was only too happy to share his story. He had, it seemed, quite recklessly plunged into the war-torn lands of Garlemald to sell his wares, reasoning that there was a conflict, there would be need for medicinal good. The state of affairs was rather more volatile than he'd anticipated, however, and he was soon forced to abandon his venture. As soon as the apothecary began his long trek home, only to shortly thereafter discover a strange silvery ship and its shaken pilot crash-landed in a snowfield. It cannot be a coincidence. The story continues. After extricating the battered vessel and its occupant from the snow, he brought them home at Ratatan. His guest wished to make repairs to the graph, yet even amongst the wonders of the bazaar, they struggled to find any suitable part. Hearing this, I suggested they bring the wreckage itself to Labyrinthos, and after they agreed to the eddy, I escorted them here myself. Alas, even the Thomasian engineer who worked on the Ark were stymied by the exotic chip, finding its technology impossible to comprehend, let alone replicate. The little blue fellow eventually resorted to drafting schematic. While the engineer followed these step by step to craft the essential bits and bobs, the apothecary and his companion were waiting here at Myrial. And then what happened? Well, once our industrious visitor had what they needed, they repaired the vessel in a twinkling. The pair then departed almost immediately, and I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. I'm told the apothecary paid a handsome sum for the engineer's services, But being the typical Charlayans, I wager they would have happily forfeited the coin for a chance to pore over every square inch of that ship. Now, I'm no scientist, but I'm beginning to think such an incredible vessel must have been some kind of star-faring craft. And that little blue man, well, he must have been an alien from another world. Or so I'd like to believe. I'm an avid reader of the Tavnarian Truth, you see. Je pense que lui, c'est un écrivain du Tavnarian Truth, ou en tout cas, c'est un écrivain pour une affaire à potin. And love to entertain these idle flights of fancy. But I've rambled on too long. There are errands to attend to, and I really must take my leave. Good fortune to you. Can it be true? I have a readership in Chalayan? Perhaps I've misjudged these people. 'Twould seem your Conrail is hale and healthy, Master Pupu, and in the company of a Hanish alchemist of undisclosed description. Yes, this is wonderful news. I am grateful indeed that we made the journey. I have a feeling this case will soon draw to a close. Come, let us return to Ratsatan and continue the search. Pasteur, ils peuvent se téléporter normalement s'ils ont pensé à se attune au cristal. Point, 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 point. Point, na, 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 na. La quête est pas mal plus sérieuse que la précédente. Nashu Makaraka. Hey, il est là! Je peux même y parler cette fois-ci. It's a relief to see that Miss Nashu is hale and whole and still fetching. I wasn't able to sneak into Labyrinthos, so I couldn't watch over her like usual, but I'm here for her now. Now and forever. C'est pas healthy ce que tu fais, dude. Même si tu l'as sauvé à quelques reprises. There and back again in the blink of an eye. Bum, 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 bum. To summarize our findings, we know that Master Pufriend is safe and in the company of a Hanish gentleman, and possibly here on this very isle. Oh, that does sound promising. Did you have any, toi? Father, you've returned to the city. I trust this means your own investigation was successful. That it was, although laying hands on the object of my desire has been long and frustrating ordeal to say the least. Much painstaking research revealed to me the existence of a hereditary Manderville relic, within which slumbers the secret of weapon augmentation. Yet, though I turned our ancestral home upside down, I failed to unearth the artifact in question. The reason for its absence became clear when I chanced upon the journal of one of our forefather. He wrote of a visiting scholar's keen interest in the relic and how he thus surrendered it to Charlayan surfkeeping for study. The trail led me to Labyrinthos. As it turns out, the Charlayan never did find time to conduct their analysis. The custodian and I found the curio tucked away in a dusty corner of the Archeon, still waiting processing. Oh well, nice. Illuminati, no! And here it is, an oddity even a bit as perplexing as Godbrand's cipher-bound manual. How are we to liberate its hidden wisdom? C'est la technologie que Pupu connaît. Oh, I can help you with that. These devices were made by the Mandervillian. Pardon? Pardon? A star-faring race with whom we once traded. Ah mon dieu, ça veut dire qu'Hildy et son père sont des aliens? Starfaring? Mandervillian? Yes, a highly evolved species with a mastery of advanced technology. Our people shared ideas and invention. I'm quite familiar with your family's Relic. Holy shit, ça expliquerait pourquoi Godbert est un inventeur. C'est un crafter qui a réussi à faire un casino en dedans de quelques années et de devenir un des hommes les plus riches du monde. Ça expliquerait aussi pourquoi ils sont indestructibles et incroyablement puissants. If you so wish, I can have the device project whatever image were stored upon it. A darkened room would afford us the clearest view, however. Then let us retire to our room in Kama and dim the lanterns. We must behold this secret in optimal conditions. Pourquoi j'ai le feeling que ça va vraiment être la grosse cochonnerie? Mandervillian, a coincidental naming, or is there deeper connection? The Mandervillian. Ça l'expliquerait beaucoup. Wait, le stalker est caché à côté d'un éléphant. Everyone comfortable? Let's see what the device has to tell us. Oh, il réussit même à projeter derrière le pot. Oh my god. I am Hildibrand, wanderer of stars and weaponsmith extraordinaire. Ah mon dieu. Godbert-like gentleman. First Lord of House Manderville. This is the Hildibrand, our founding father? I record this message that my descendant may know the truth of their cosmic origins. The tale is long, but I bid you watch until the very end. Hearers of mine, I am not a man born of this store, or even a man at all. I am of the Mandervillian, a race which hails from the far side of the great expanse. S'il vous plaît. Mandervillian are parasitic symbionts. We can only survive by bonding with other life form. Once our essence has taken root, we supplant the host mind and strengthen its physical structure, imbuing our new form with a steel-like resilience. I knew there was something alien about this impossible imperviousness. Then, through the conjoining of compatible host bodies, we produce offspring which harbor the next generation of Mandervillians. This symbiotic variant eventually takes to the star in search of potential new vessels, adapting and multiplying. So it was that our race proliferated and spread throughout the cosmos. Until, tragically, our flourishing civilization was brought to an abrupt end. Ah, ça va-tu être Météon? Oui! Every planet upon which the Mandervillian resided was visited by an inexplicable calamity. Our societies were brought to ruin by a life form suddenly twisted into a horrific nightmare. C'est la plot de Endwalker! Le Dynamis, qui transforme le monde qui ont trop des fortes émotions en monstres. That sounds rather familiar. So even stars far removed in time and space were ravaged by the final days. Desperate to avoid the same fate, a comrade and I boarded a ship and fled upward into the starry night. We flew and flew until we found a planet. Your planet, untouched by the phenomenon. The rigors of the journey had so damaged our craft that we were forced to make an uncontrollable descent. Ça explique pourquoi le casino c'est le Gold Saucer pis que c'est une grosse soucoupe en or. Fait que les Goblins c'est les Manderville. I alone crawled from the wreckage, badly injured and near death. But even as I resigned myself to perishing on this unfamiliar world, I was found by a man who had come looking for the falling star. Ah mon dieu, c'est drôle. C'est toute la grosse plot de Endwalker qu'on a été sauvé parce qu'on a sundered le monde puis on l'a couvert d'un voile de magie qui fait que le Final Day nous voyait pas, pouvait pas nous trouver. As a rule, Mandervillians do not take intelligent life form for hostess. After hearing my story, however, this sympathetic gentleman offered to become my vessel of his own accord. Huh? He was himself afflicted by an incurable malady, and with little time left to live, he seemed content to know that his ailing body could provide safe haven for another. C'est une même que les Highlanders ont été créés. With his blessing, I set out about transferring my essence. The man's form was revitalized and purged of its fatal frailty, yet the mind which dwelled within was now my own. la mère avec le fry pan. La seule faiblesse de Hildibrand puis de Godbert, c'est la femme de Godbert, / la mère d'Hildry, qui est capable de tabasser les deux à coups de fry pan. I went on to build a new home for myself here, making use of my people's technology to ply the blacksmith's trade. I wed a local lass, and together we had a child. Although not pure Mandervillian, our offspring exhibits the same enhanced physiology, a boon I suspect shall be passed down for generations through the bloodline of House Manderville. My dear descendants, the folk of this star are most fragile. Yet, as the first man I encountered did demonstrate, they are nevertheless capable of surpassing love and generosity. Ah, sa famille! As the last of the Mandervillians, I have but one request to make of you. Pray employ our superlative attributes and my armory of Manderville armaments for the benefit of these wonderful people whom I hold in the highest regard. Why? La danse des Manderville. On n'a rien appris ses weapons, though. What an outstanding development. C'est quoi le bruit qu'on entend? I, Hildibrand, Elidar Maximilian Manderville, shall heed the passionate plea of my illustrious forebear. No case is too big nor too small should it be in service of my fellow man. He learns he's descended from an extraterrestrial being and is still business as usual. But wait a minute, then why is Lady Julian so monstrously strong? Is she a descendant of Alien too? Well, this is most unexpected. Never did it cross my mind that our esteemed sister might hail from beyond the heavens. But I do wonder if that self-same blood still runs thick into our vein. The family tree I glanced over some years ago suggests that, but it's unimportant. My present purpose remains unchanged. Fait que peut-être qu'ils ont... Je suis curieux de savoir c'est quoi qu'il a vu sur l'arbre de famille. I will bring our Manderville weaponry to the peak of perfection for Godbrand and for the good of our star. Before I forget, I have a gift for you then. Pray await me at the Aetherite Plaza and I shall bring it to you forthwhile. La tune des Manderville. La tune de conclusion. Some truth can shatter the foundation of our belief when brought to light, but I have to say this wasn't one of them. The more staggering discovery was that I have devoted readers in Shalayan. Those who peruse my publication are allies against the ever-expanding webs of lies and deception, without exception. Fait que t'assumes que tous tes readers ont des bonnes intentions. I have misjudged the Shalayan people. They are not collaborators or architects of conspiracy. They are but seekers of knowledge, unafraid to plumb the depths of the unknown. Yep, that's about right. Ils sont un peu stuck up par contre. That Master Pupu though, that one still has ulterior motive. I'd bet my life on it. Stand ready, for we shall need your strength when he shows his true color. Bleu poudre? I hope you've not been waiting long. Yes, ça veut dire que c'est pas fini, il va en avoir un autre. This is the gift I mentioned. Un petit pupu! Il m'a fait un mamette pupu. Master Pupu's earnest quiet inspired me to indulge in a spot of clockwork craftsmanship between weaponsmithing sessions. I thought it only fitting that you be the one to care for this diminutive simulacrum. Consider it a memento of your adventures together. Thank you! Ah, il nous avait donné Gigi, puis là il nous a donné Pupu. And as for the Manderville Weaponry Project, I believe my ancestor's artifact has unlocked the door to the next stage of improvement. Should you find time to offer your assistance, announce yourself to Master Geralt, and I shall endeavor to join you with utmost celerity. Until then, my dear Den. Wouh! J'ai un petit Pupu! On va aller voir tout de suite, ça a l'air de quoi la nouvelle hache de guerrier. Oh! Meanwhile, elsewhere in Tavnair, je suis content de savoir qu'il va y avoir une suite. C'est quoi la tour en background? Ah, le méchant, c'est-tu la tête de métal? C'est ce que je pensais au début, mais... Excusez-moi, l'ami de Pupu, c'est-tu la tête en métal? Je suis plus certain. Lord Vanudi, I come with ill tidings. Professor Lu gazed an ambush for his nemesis, but was once more defeated. His current whereabouts are unclear. That blithering dolt. Ça ressemble un peu à l'ancêtre de Godbert. Ouais. Ça ressemble un peu à l'ancêtre de Godbert. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? T'es-tu en train de créer une armée de clones? Ou c'est toi l'alchimiste en question? Et il se clone. Pourquoi? Ou il clone des Mandervillians? No matter. Preparations are well underway. The manifestation will proceed as planned. Y a-tu volé la technologie de l'extraterrestre pour devenir riche? Faut attendre le prochain patch pour savoir. Gentleman's man, the first of their clan, an ancestor of quality, Hildibrand Manderville. Truth can be stranger than the tallest tale. See you, Inspector. Je lisais les lyriques en bas, j'ai manqué la vidéo. Non. Alors, je suis à la face de l'autre bord. Boop. Ta -ta 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 -dum. Faut que j'aille me faire la hache, d'eau. C'est assez de currency. Ah oui, c'est lui qu'il faut. Geralt. Please note that upon completing a spirited reforging, you will receive a Manderville weapon for a warrior. I'm fine. Hey Geralt. L'un des meilleurs forgerons du monde, mais il y a tellement des gros problèmes d'alcool qui est toujours endetté. Oh, it's you. I suppose the bespectacled thought did mention he'd make up some kind of breakthrough and needed to round up the usual suspects. I shall inform his lordship of your arrival. La raison pour laquelle le dude est déshabillé, c'est que Godboard, quand il travaille, il se déshabille tout le temps. Ou presque. Peak performance. Then, welcome, welcome! I do hope you are prepared for another spot of modest labor, for I have plucked a new weaponsmithing secret from the depths of family's extraordinary heirloom. As for my Godbrand abandoned his ciphered journals, it would seem he desired a greater security afforded by the Relic's recording apparatus. That he so feared this knowledge falling into wicked hands bespeaks the destructive potential of what we seek to recreate. Speaking of which, this stage of augmentation will require a fundamental alteration to the weapon's design. Godbrand understood that individual wielders will have different needs and preferences, and thus conceived a method to modify each armament's base quality. Essential to the process is a new type of oil known as Maxalamanderville. By subtly adjusting the precise ratio of ingredient for this coating, we can influence the path of ethereal conductivity as we see fit. En mettant une huile spéciale, on peut faire en sorte que la magie circule dans ton arme d'une autre façon. More bloody oil. The ore's chief ingredient is, once again, derived from a meteorite, specifically an archondrite with amplifying property. Ah, so many out-of-this-world material, but 'tis unsurprising now that we know the alien origin of Godbrand's weaponsmithing techniques. Alien origin, ye say? Little wonder I weren't familiar with them. As has become customary, I shall prepare the bulk of the necessary resources while you procure our supply archondrite. Oh aye, and a lovely bloody custom that is. Man o' your means, I reckon you could buy a mountain of them space rock as well. And I would gladly do so, except the merchant in question will accept not less than specific type of stone in trade. As much as it pains me to impose upon them further, he is the best equipped to handle that onerous task. Leave it to me, je les ai déjà pris en prévision de l'expansion. These improvements call for drastic reforging, and it is your expertise that shall see us succeed or fail as well, Master Geralt. Fine, fine, I'll shut me gob and do as I'm told. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting the distinct impression you've lost interest in this project. Ye bloody think? Look, I took this job to pay off me drinking debts. Now that I've managed that, I've got no desire to keep working for an underdressed, overpimped, pretentious arse. I see. Admittedly, even from the beginning, your distaste for me was rather poorly concealed. As I fear such festered antagonism will adversely affect our smithing endeavor, you're fired. Yet, let us resolve our differences over a flagon of fine spirit, or several, as circumstances dictate. All at my expense, of course. Free liquor it is, then ye best be bringing your biggest purse. Then you must join us. It will be so kind as to secure the table at the Mayhem. I shall be along in short order. On va boire avec Godbert? J'ai-tu lu ça comme il faut, moi, là? Ah, Geralt, tu ne changeras jamais. The hammering continues. Wait for Godbert. Oh, j'aurais pensé qu'il a fallu que j'achète l'Archondrite avant. Bam, 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 bam. Empty table? Not quite, huh? Oh well, why not? Qu'est-ce qui va bien se passer? Dun, 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 dun. Ho ho ho! A splendid night for spirituous beverages. You sure about this, are ye? I have a mighty thirst, and it will not be slacked by the cheap stuff. What of you then? Will you be following Master Geralt's fine example? Bring on the high-class brews. I might have one or two. No liquor for me, thanks. Dans la vraie vie, quand je bois, j'ai des gros brûlements d'estomac, so. Very well. Then I shall order us all the same to start. Your beverages, Lord Godbert. Enjoy. To your health, my friends. Pourquoi j'ai le feeling que somehow ça fait partie du processus? Right, no point beating around the bush. I've hated you guts for a long, long while now. Ha, so even my insides offends you. And why might that be? Because for a proper artisan, devotion to your craft ought to be your #1 priority. But you're off funding a consortium or building some fool's playground for fleecing the masses. You're a bloody merchant, that's what you are. You believe my devotion is insufficient then. Yet our works require not only the sweat of our brow, but capital to cover expenses, no? Thus, does not a steady revenue facilitate the creative process? In that respect, my business ventures have allowed me to indulge in goldsmithing projects I could never have otherwise afforded. Is it not true that you can that you craft kettles as a means to repay loans or simply make ends meet? Would not a substantial source of wealth spare you such tedious drudgery and empower you to pursue your heart's desire? Booze! We're going to need more booze over here. Ah, Geralt. Je peux pas prendre ton côté, désolé. Je sais pas ça fait quoi si je dis que je les suis, si je vois tout blurry ou ça change de quoi. What really soured me was when ye sat your ass on the syndicate. How can ye craft aught worthwhile while your end is hurried in political shite? You may be surprised, my participation in Ulda's governance opened my eyes to a different world, which in turn provided great inspiration for several original pieces. Well, you can keep your bleeding inspiration. I want nothing to do with prissy rule maker like ye Hilk. you and your bloody reasonable arguments. Rich suds ain't got a clue in what it's like for poor buggers like me and what you got against wearing clothes any road. We are more than alike than you realize, Master Geralt, especially when it comes to the simplicity of our attire. Geralt ne porte jamais de chandail. Aye, it's all clear now. You're the master craftsman. And I'm a sudden failure. A failure! Ah. Oh no. Rowena, where'd ye? How'd ye? Ah, bugger it. I'm sorry, excuse for Smithy, and that's all that matters. He seems to be mistaking you for someone else. Perhaps you could offer him a kind word. Ah, je pense qu'il est secrètement amoureux de Rowena, mais c'est pas... Geralt, your craftsmanship is flawless. Geralt, you're a sniveling disgrace to your profession. Ah, mais elle dirait jamais qu'il fait de la bonne job. Elle tomberait sur la tête comme ça se peut pas. J'ai le goût d'être gentil avec Geralt. Mais Rowena, elle l'envoie toujours promener. On va voir. Peut-être que ça va lui donner des drôles d'idées. Peut-être qu'il va savoir que c'est pas elle. That means a lot coming from ye. Me thanks. Right, I'm done weeping into me cups. I'll fix up them weapon and to hell with the money. I'll do it for me own damn sense of pride. Lâche pas. Pam 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 pam. It would seem Master Geralt has overcome his aversion to our partnership. Splendid! Although I never would have guessed carrot juice could be so intoxicating. Hello? Ha! I was concerned for our good smith elf, you see, and had Melil switch his spirits to something less potent several rounds ago. The Mayenne's liquor are sublime, but too much can wreak havoc on a man's constitution. Le gars qui part avec toutes les copes. Ou la fille, en fait. There was a time when I, too, devoted every waking moment to my craft. But alas, running a mercantile empire comes with its own responsibilities. Monetary woes notwithstanding, I do envy Master Geralt his purity of purpose. And on that note, let us return to our appointed acquisition. We shall require 3 chunks of the aforementioned Archondrite as soon as you are able. Yep. As in ASAP, because que je veux voir la nouvelle hache. J'ai hâte de remplacer celle du raid que j'aime pas beaucoup. Chunks of amplifying, blablabla. Oui, je sais ce que je peux avoir. Toujours le même vendeur. Let's go. Ah oui, puis pour la référence, la hache Manderville présente, c'est celle-là ici. Ils sont chouettes, mais j'aime pas l'effet de spin qu'il y a autour. Il est genre... il paraît trop. Bon, là il me faut la Amplifying Archondrite. Amplifying, ouais. Thank you very much. Attends, on retourne voir Geralt et compagnie. Et on devrait avoir la nouvelle hache Manderville. Show me. I reckon that's enough, but there's one other thing that's been bothering me. Was Rowena really there at the Mayen? I don't rightly remember. Bah, forget it. Let us get his lordship over here before our lose me will forge. Now for the finishing touch, the Maxalamanderville oil. Before we can finalize the mixture, however, you must tell us how you wish your weaponry to serve you in battle. The ratio of the coating ingredient will greatly influence the armament's qualities, so think carefully. Adjust the attribute of your Manderville. Learn about Manderville attribute. Nothing. What will you do? Me? Oh! Majestic Manderville Bardiche. Unselected, ah ok ouais. Critical hit. Dynasty, détermination, skill speed. Ah shoot, j'étais un warrior! Please select 3 attributes. The third attribute will be set at a lower rate. Je suis un warrior. Est-ce que j'ai vraiment besoin d'avoir du critical hit quand j'auto-crit quand je m'enrage? En vrai, le skill speed, j'en ai rien à battre. J'ai toujours le temps de faire mes trucs. Mais je pense qu'on peut la modifier. Celle de Boja, on pouvait la modifier à volonté. Est-ce que je veux vraiment du crit rate? Je le sais honnêtement pas. Ce sera pas bien long, je vous reviens. White Mage? Non, je suis pas intéressé. Crit, direct hit et détermination. Currently as a warrior. Patch 6.4 devrait prendre crit, direct hit, détermination. Oh, really? Okay. Well, let's go for that. Crit, direct hit, je peux pas, détermination. Skill speed, je m'en fous parce que j'ai jamais pas le temps de faire mes trucs. Et tenacity. Good. Understood. Your wish is our command. Ouh! Elle est 1000 fois plus belle. Elle brûle. And 'tis done. You're holding the result of undying devotion to crafting excellence. A majestic Manderville Bardiche. Je suis content de savoir que s'il y a une autre quête après, il va sûrement y avoir un rang supérieur. Had you not so bravely confessed your grievance that evening, I dare say this degree of collaborative work would have remained unattainable. Aye, well, your memory is a bit fuzzy on that score, but I'll take me victories where I can get them. As always then, should you wish to enhance your Manderville weapon in your possession, you'll need only say the word. My diligent retainer is at your service. Lord Godbert, though it shames me to admit the expertise necessary to manufacture the Max Salamanderville oil is beyond my limited alchemical knowledge. Don't look at me. If I could mix up magic potion, I'd have ground me here back long ago. Ho 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 ho, I'm aware it will prove an insurmountable feat for you as well, which is why I've employed a master alchemist. S'il vous plaît, il est aussi fake que l'autre. Bloody hot taste and clothes, but at least he's wearing some. Our newest addition to the House Manderville retinue will assist you with further augmentation and oversee the preparation of the oil. He will also be available to readjust your weapon's property should you but bring him the required quantity of Archondrite. Ah, faut que je repaye pour modifier les stats. Mais non, je le ferai pas. Tis has been a monumental step forward, my friends. Yet one stage remains here. The Manderville weaponry evolution can be considered complete. I knew you was leading up to that. Let me guess. We're to sit here in breathless, bleeding anticipation while ye sort out what comes next. Precisely! Preparing the process is like to be a lengthy endeavor, so I do suggest you continue breathing. The final step is upon us then. Pre-indulge this ambition of mine one last time. Tu m'appelles, j'arrive tout de suite. Godbird, c'est vraiment mes persos préférés. Ta, 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 ta. Tu peux maintenant faire plus de Manderville, blablabla. Ouais, je vais faire toutes les classes level 90 que j'ai. C'est vraiment meilleur que la mienne. Est-elle réellement... Moi j'ai une 650, la Manderville est... La Manderville est moins bonne que ma cochonnerie, merde! Je vais la glamourer. Come on, c'est 1000 fois plus beau que la cochonnerie que j'ai normalement. Oh well, that suck. Bon, ça veut dire que maintenant que j'ai elle, il va falloir que je fasse la gunblade, le fusil, les gants et la rapière. Good! Dans tous les cas, ce fut la quête 6.4 de Hildibrand. Ça durait un petit peu plus longtemps que je pensais. Je n'étais pas sûr que j'allais mettre la weapon à la fin ou pas, mais pourquoi pas. Je vous remercie un gros d'avoir regardé. C'est dommage parce que l'autre d'avant était vraiment plus le fun que celle-là, mais c'est pas grave, j'ai quand même ri un petit peu. Puis je sais très bien que c'est pas un humour pour tout le monde, mais moi personnellement, je l'aime beaucoup. Un gros merci, on se revoit une prochaine fois.